Nigeria. I grew up with African parents, which I honestly will tell you are the toughest parents out there, the toughest ones. And they build you so therefore when the world whoops you, it don't hurt. You know why? You don't whoop as hard as my mama. You don't whoop as hard as my daddy did. So going out and getting rejections by people who aren't my family didn't really matter to me. I used to watch something I believe it's called Crooklyn. It used to say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Some of y'all are gonna cry over words. And y'all, I just knew I couldn't. I saw an opportunity that was really gonna set me free. And to say, oh man, where could I have been? Am I now in life because of this opportunity? So imagine not knowing English. I could have made an excuse. Well, I don't even know English, y'all, but I'm here speaking. I could have made an excuse. I was in ESL and the only African American face in a Latino class. But I was out of ESL in 6 months. I was moving. I was moving. I was trying to develop. I was trying to learn everything I possibly can. If you're not on mute, please mute. But I was trying to learn everything I possibly can as fast as possible. That's like all of us right now moving to China, and we don't know how to speak a single language. How fast would you learn it? If you had no option, because you knew you had no way to go back home right now, you would stop that from allowing you to literally learn? No. So tonight and moving forward, y'all, your leaders don't want to hear any excuse. Either you're really serious about what you want or you don't. You're not. I'd rather you say, hey, I'm not that serious. Go help somebody else right now. I'll tell you when I am versus, I'm so serious. I'm ready. No, you're not. So coming into Planet Marketing, seeing the opportunity, man, weren't you all excited? Why are you not excited as you were when you started? Why is that now? Travel don't excite you anymore? Residual income doesn't excite you? Y'all, all of you have to find that fire to get excited again as fast as possible. Because ain't no one going to join someone who's definitely not excited. Some of you are beat up because, oh, my best friend didn't join me, and you going to everyone mad and wondering why they're not joining you. You're not excited. So hitting directorship, I realized it was because I, as a leader, was running. And guess what my team really had to do? Run. They had no other choice because I was running. And when you as a leader aren't running and you're waiting for your team to do everything, nothing happens. Because you're not even taking off. You're sitting still with them. So all of you are leaders. If you have nobody on your team, you are a leader. The first person you try to lead is yourself to bronze. Show us you can at least do that. Next, silver. Next, gold. Don't worry about your team if you're not even where you need to be yet. And I think a lot of people get one business partner, they stop running, and they think that they're about to coach that one business partner to director. You're not qualified yet. So think about being in the land of opportunity, America, and having all these options. People who have $200 and are blowing it on food, blowing it at the club, blowing it on all these different things, clothes, blowing it on Black Friday sales, to being in Trinidad. And seeing this opportunity and saying, maybe no one around me believes it. Maybe no one around me can afford 200 US dollars. But I'm going to do it because I see it. And then you do it, and you do it, and more people are seeing you do it, and they're joining you because you're still doing it, and now it's 100 plus people later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove myself out of the way. I'm going to go to Miss Shelley Mercer because I know for sure she's going to edify this amazing lady who said, I'm not going to settle. I'm not waiting on no man. I'm not waiting on my spouse. I'm not waiting on my kids. I'm not waiting on nobody to save me but me. Miss Shelley Mercer, can you go ahead and introduce us to this amazing, newest one-star director within our organization, please? You're not off mute. me help you out. Oh, Shelly, they don't even want you to talk, I guess. There you go.
There you go. See, you had me locked down.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, guys, look, I can't get the smile off my face, okay? Because I remember us going to Trinidad and Tobago in April of 2024 and meeting Rosannette for the very first time. Rosannette, definitely a fireball, a fireball. She never allowed any obstacles, anyone saying anything negative. She was 100% coachable. I mean, in her country, there are things that go on where individuals were just not kind of on board with certain things. But you know what? She was coachable. She pushed through that. She's a true leader. And we always say that when you're actually the title that you're going for, you actually are that title before you hit the title. She was definitely a one-star director before hitting one star because she was shining in all of those areas that she needed to shine in. And so let me edify her real quick. She is a wife. She resides in Trinidad. She works in law enforcement, owns a fitness center, okay? Well, she used to own a fitness studio, so she's a traditional business owner, a 40/40 club member. That means that she has personally introduced to this business opportunity 40 individuals, 40 families. She is a two-time convention fireball recipient. I have to like stop on that because watching her cross the stage at convention twice in a row to get that fireball award, that was fire. That shows the type of fire that she has. She loves to live life to the fullest. Yes, she does. She loves to travel. She was actually in Aruba when she hit one star, then went to Panama. So she does love to travel, loves having fun, but she loves to help people. And you can tell that she loves to help people because that's why she is now our newest one-star director out of Trinidad and Tobago, Director Rosannette Williams. Oh, there she goes. Oh, is she here?
Thank you so much for that introduction, Director Musa. Really, truly appreciate it. Are you all hearing me clearly? Okay. Okay, I know sometimes my internet could kind of be in and out sometimes. So I didn't prepare like a presentation or anything. I actually thought it would have been maybe some questions, that kind of thing. But feel free to let me know whatever you all want me to share because, I mean, Director Mercer just told you all about me, and that is truly who I am. I've always been working, coming from a very humble background. I used to work with our national company in Trinidad and Tobago that closed in 2018. So I was actually on the breadline for a little bit, wondering what was my next step, and that is when I started my fitness studio, right? Then COVID hit that same year when I started my fitness studio in 2019. I'm going into 2020, COVID hit, so my studio is closed for a bit. The year after that, my car got stolen. So I know that is actually what forced me back out into the world of work because my plan was really to be a full-time entrepreneur. Going back into the world of work, I got through the service. So now I'm a police officer. So I've always known how to work for what I need or work for what I want. My life has always been that, seeing where I need to be and drafting a way to get there, and coming into this business was no different. Coming into this business, as I said, I initially wanted to be able to travel. And I saw a way to make additional money, right? And my aim was really being, and my aim is still to do this full time because I don't see myself being a police officer at the age of 45, and going to continue working that job, I really see myself as a full time entrepreneur. And now coming into this business, being able to help and impact so many lives and seeing some of my business partners do the same, that is what I believe is my purpose. I always say I've always been in service to others, and this is the perfect way that you could continue to be in service to others. Because coming into this business, Director Mercer, Director, really, they have been in constant service to me and my team. And you ladies have heard me say this before. I just want to continue to replicate that, to be able to show my team that I could be there for them in whatever way they need me to be, even if I need to meet up with persons in person, which I do a lot of. So that's one of the things that I believe contributed to my success as well. I wasn't afraid to get out of my comfort zone, as you all always say. I wasn't afraid to meet with persons one on one. I know it might be difficult for business partners in the US because the US is so big, it will take a lot more resources than rather than me driving for maybe 45 minutes or an hour to meet with someone in Trinidad and Tobago. You might have to hop on a plane or something like that. But what I could say is if you look at some of what the leaders are doing, that is what they are actually doing. Director Musa, Director Really, they have been hopping on planes to come to Trinidad to meet with us. When you look at Mr. Orlando Moore, he's always on a plane going somewhere. So when you look at the leaders, you could see exactly what you need to do. And in a small way, that is what I did. I would jump in my car if someone told me drive for 2 hours to meet them wherever. I would do it, meet with them, show them how to build packages as many times as I would need. Yes, it would take a lot, but I wanted to do that to show them that here what I know you all have been hit with a lot of scams. You all have joined businesses before and been thrown into the ocean with no support. But here what at Planet Marketing and Intellectual Travel, the support is real, right? We will meet you wherever we need to meet you. We will do whatever is needed to be done. So not only did I invest in my personal development by doing what I need to do on my end, I try to pour into my business partners as much as possible in any way that I can. So I mean, that still did not stop attrition. Not everyone will see the vision. Not everyone will have that grit, as Director Tam spoke about, right? Some persons, they don't know how to, or it's difficult for them to multitask, let's say. When they have one thing going on, to be able to focus on the business at the same time, they cannot do that. I mean, and that's how some people are. But if they're willing to train themselves too, which I've seen many of my business partners done. They have trained themselves to be able to multitask. And it's something that you can do, right? It's something that you can do if you learn how to be organized, learn how to maybe write things down, which is what I do. This is some of the things that I do. I write a lot. I try to stay very organized in terms of my time, where I allocate time. If something doesn't contribute to my personal development and my business, it's very difficult for it to get my time, right? I am so laser focused. Just sometimes hubby will be like, "Oh, you're always busy. You're always busy. You're always," and I would just give him a little side. I don't mess with my business. So I have goals to achieve. So nothing drew me away from my business. There's nothing no one could say negative or derogatory or anything that would make me think that this wasn't worth doing. And it brought me back to when I'm trying to remember if it was Mr. Moore or Mr. Bradley that said it, that you as an individual needs to be closed or needs to be sold on your business. And that means that you cannot be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You can't say you want to win, but at the same time, thinking about failure or wondering if it doesn't work. That doesn't match because that is what will keep you back. You need to be focused saying that I know this works, I know this is for me, this is the only vehicle that will get me to financial freedom, to personal freedom, to time freedom. There's nothing else. You have to actually have that in your brain. And then with that, now you will give to this what is needed to really take it towards those three freedoms that we keep talking about. And that is what it is for me. Some persons will come to me and they will say, I want to tell you about this opportunity. I would ask them, is it Planet Marketing or Intelligent Travel? No, I don't want to hear about it. I'm not interested. That is why I would say I'm not interested. Sorry, but I'm not interested. If it doesn't have anything to do with these two companies, I'm not interested. And that's that. they might get upset, whatever, and that's fine, but I draw the line when it comes to my business, right? Apart from going to work, that's the only other thing, and hobby, that's the only other thing that I would do other than my business. I work my business every single day, whether it's 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, I work my business every day, kid you not. And as Director Musa said, even while hitting directorship, I was in Aruba, and I can remember the last couple of days I was in Panama. And I did not even go out. My friends and they went out on a tour, and I said, guys, I have to stay back and do some work on my business. They went out, and I was on the phone with Director Musa, phone with Director. I was like, I don't need to see any sites because my business needs my attention. But that's the level that I'm willing to go to be able to achieve my goals in this opportunity. You have to be intentional, and you have to be willing to do whatever is needed to be done, because we have so many leaders who are giving us the resources, right? I When I am the director, Tom started doing this training, I was so grateful because I've come to these trainings and I've been getting little nuggets and started making a little adjustments where adjustments needed to be made. And that is what you need to do, right? You need to take what you're getting from leaders, apply it to your business, make your adjustments, tweak what needs to be tweaked, and get results. And you have to be willing to do that. If you have too many days off, you're relaxing too much, you will not get it done. And just to say that is setting goals too. Setting goals help with that as well. Because when I came into the business in February, I said to myself I was going to be a goal builder by the end of March. I didn't hit it exactly at the end of March, but by the first week in April, I was a goal builder. Then I said, okay, I'm going to be 2020 by June. By July, I was 2020, right? Now I said, okay, I'm going to be a director in training. Before the end of the year, I was a director in training. I'm just saying that to say that if you set goals, and realistic goals, yes, but also goals that could stretch you, that will help you be focused, because now you zone in on your goals and you give yourself time frames. You have the resources, you plug into your leadership, and you do what needs to be done, being focused on that time frame that you have set. Even if you missed it by a week or a month, it will still help stretch you, and it will still help push you, that you could stay focused and hit your goals. And that is what I did at every step of the way. Every time I hit something, I set a new goal. I set a new goal, and that is what I keep doing. Okay, 2020 is done. What's next? Director in training. What's done? 40-40. What's next? Directorship. What's next? 60-60. What's next? And so I keep going, right? Every time. Okay, what's next? Coming into directorship, I say, what's next? Develop your skills and help push your team, right? Take the lens off of you and look at your team. What you need to help them do to run to directorship. Because yes, I was running, but at the same time, I needed to get my team moving. And I needed them to see the vision of where they could be as well. And with that, I got two goal builders, right? I worked two goal builders in the last 2 months, right? A new silver builder, persons who wasn't even doing marketing signed up for marketing and got business partners. Persons went bronze, persons opened the matrix. And that's why I'm so grateful for my team, because when we sat with Director Whaley and we drafted the plan and they say, okay, this is what we're going to do, everyone left the gate running. So even the persons that were seemingly laid back, they was like, okay, let's get it. So I must say I am grateful that they are coachable and they were willing to run with me. And a lot of them attend the trainings to get that knowledge. We have been tweaking, we are still tweaking, because now that it has happened for me, they know it can happen for them, right? Challenges and all. It is not impossible. Nothing is this world, in this world is impossible once you're willing to put in the work, right, and give it the effort that it needs. You know, the investment, your time, maybe a little finances here and there. Give it the investment that it needs, and you will definitely succeed. Did I share too much?
Listen, you made my job so easy. You made my job so easy for tonight because I'm not gonna lie, all I was doing was taking notes. I am just taking notes. And there's so many of us on here tonight, you were just listening. So many of us right now, you're listening and watching TV. So many of us right now don't understand. She just gave you the blueprint to success. And if you really just channeled her energy and her mindset and her mentality, you would knock out your next rank. Y'all, Rosannette, I thank you for that. You know why? Because that's all it was. And that was your fight and that was your story. And you're that transparent. And you seem like a nice, calm, down to earth person. No hurrah. No need to be over here changing who you are. You're just you going straight for it. And I love what you said in the beginning. Y'all, if you listen to her, she kept saying, you see, I see, I see, I see, I saw, I saw, I saw. Do you have vision for where you're going in the future? If you don't, you ain't going nowhere. She kept saying she kept seeing. And when she said after she saw, she put a plan. Do you have a plan for that vision you see, or you just see a wish and manifesting? Well, that's what they like to say on social media for people who don't do no work. I'm manifesting. She didn't manifest. She worked. She worked. Then she didn't say I wanted to make $50. She didn't say I just wanted to make $100. She said I lost my car and I needed to get something that's going to help me get my car back. Not lost my job, but I'm an officer and I don't want to be an officer at the age of 45. So I need to do something that's going to take me away from my job. What is your goal? $200 this week? $100 today? What is that thing that's hurting you as much as working hurts Rosannette, as much as her car being stolen hurt her? That made her say, look, I want to get back into the trenches and really find something that's going to free me. Then she said she learned how to multitask. Some of us, we can't multitask. Because we worked a job today, we burnt out. We going home and sleep. That was enough. Job, whoop your butt. You're done. You'll probably pick up your business Sunday, maybe. But we can multitask and look at this Instagram to Facebook to Snapchat to TikTok. You're great at multitasking, ain't you? But not when it comes to changing your life. Not when it comes to the people who are depending on you. Not when it comes to your child's future. Man. Then she said time. Her friends were calling her, y'all, to hang out. Her friends were telling her to come to these places. She told them, if it's not helping my business move, I am not doing it. I'm going to just leave that there. How many of y'all can make that commitment now? Until you knock out the goal you really say you want. I told y'all before she started talking, what? No excuses, right? Y'all, it's action time. We looking for action takers. It's action time. Then she said she was sold on her business. She's not online looking at the credit repair people. She's not online looking at this person who do life insurance. She's not looking for the next shiny thing that looks easier than getting a no.
Right.
She was sold on Planet Marketing and IntelliTravel. If it's not Planet Marketing and IntelliTravel, get off my line. She put not interested in other things. She didn't have one foot in and one foot out. Some of you tap dancing in this thing. Oh, here you come when it's fun. Here you come when it's out. Here you come when it's a fun event. Here you're out when it's hard. You got a new business partner. You're going after it today. Oh, you're no longer going after it, huh? Then she put, I work my business every day, even if it was 10 minutes.
Oof.
Boy, Rosannette, that hit me, boy. Because I remember when I went direct to 77 days, I didn't care about eating. I didn't even realize I was hungry. I didn't care that my mom called me. I call her later. She don't need nothing right now. My own mom. Because guess what I'm doing this for? To retire her. She'll get it later when I'm done, when I get to the point where I can. But man, imagine how many of you are making time for everything but your business right now. She made none. No excuses. Then she says, some of us, we're relaxing too much. You like to go to sleep early when you know you ain't did nothing that you should do. You like to go hang out too much. You're hanging out longer than you're actually working your business. You're not realizing that the actions you're taking are not leading you anywhere towards your goal or the direction of life you want. Then she says, taking what your leaders are saying, not to the heart, because it's easy for everyone to be so stuck in their feelings when someone really just told you what you need to do to take action. And all she said was what? I took action. She listened for the nuggets and ran with the nuggets. She didn't take it personal. She knew what hit and what wasn't hitting her. And she took and said, I made corrections and adjustments off of what y'all were saying. Not, oh, your leader's telling you what to do, but you want to do your own way. Oh, your leader's telling you, but you got another idea. Keep having all your ideas. That's why your numbers never moved. And then now you're calling your leader, well, it didn't work and this ain't working. Did you ever do what I told you in the first place? Or you still trying to bump your head in circles and thinking something is going to change? Then she says she started new goals after she hit her other goal. Some of us, we get our first business partner. That was it. Oh, I finally got one. Okay. You got to get a whole lot more. Help more people. Oh, I hit bronze. I made it. What happened to trying to hit silver? Oh, I'm a goal builder. I'm waiting on my team to make me a director. No, you can go 100 by yourself. No one on your team has to take you to director. Do the work you can do and go get 100 people in this business and show them this amazing opportunity. Then when she hit the goal, she started a new one. Right after she hit it, she started a new one. I said, man, I wish I did that when I hit one star. I didn't do that. I didn't start a new goal. That's transparency. So imagine her telling y'all that secret. Some of us, when y'all hit goal, how fast are you trying to get 2020? What's that deadline? She set a time frame. She set a time frame to hit her goal. Then she said, nothing is impossible if you believe. And a lot of y'all believe in your leaders, you believe in the company, you believe in Beyonce, you believe in everybody else but you. And I'm gonna be honest. I always tell people, you can't tell me you believe in God if you don't believe in yourself, because God made you. I don't ever listen to people who tell me that they have low self-esteem, or because again, how you believe in God and you don't believe in yourself. He made you. Out of all the people who could have been alive, you're alive. So y'all, it's time to really grow up.
Right, Tom. I don't want to interrupt. I just wanted to say I've been over here like shaking.
I'm telling you, I was coming to you next. Look, I was ready.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I was actually wrapping up, honestly. So you came right on time. Look, she gonna save y'all because I probably was gonna whoop y'all a little bit. No, I'm joking. Look, but
No, I don't want to give anything long. Even if we go back and forth, I just wanted to. I'm gonna let you go. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry, director.
but y'all, honestly, we just care, and sometimes we care more than you do, and we can't sit around waiting for you to get it, because there's more people who care more than you do about their family, about their kids. Everybody could go broke for their kids. They can't get rich for them. That's crazy.
Damn.
Everybody could go broke for their kids, but they cannot get rich for their kids. Because guess what? Probably going broke is easier. So with that, again, I definitely want to pass it to our Ruby ringwear, someone who has so much skin in the game, in the industry, someone who is a part of this process of Rosannette growing and getting to this part of her business, and let her close the room. Go ahead, Ms. Rayleigh.
Honestly, Director of Time, what I just wanted to add, and I thank you for that. There are certain characteristics that individuals who are going to be successful in this business have. And that's why I was just so excited to talk about Rosannette, because she talked about her process and what she did, but you have to understand who she is as a person, right? Because that matters as well, not just the activity. But one thing I could say about Rosannette Williams is Rosannette Williams showed up and showed out and gave her all, whether someone was doing it with her or not. And you have to understand that if you want your leaders to show up for you, you have to ask yourself, what would make leaders hop on a plane and fly all the way to Trinidad? And we have business partners right here in our own country that we're just waiting, right? But there is something that you have to do. There is an activity that you have to do in order for your leaders to also show up for you, because people expect the leadership to show up for them. It's like an expectation. As soon as they come in, I see, and I wanted to share something on the screen that Rachel Lodgy had posted that someone had sent me. And she's the number one income earner in this business. And I think how she put it, it was so eloquent, and it was so on point. In 9 years, ladies and gentlemen, one thing that I'm going to tell you is that it is you. It is you. It is you. It is you. Do not blame anybody. Do not blame your leadership. Do not blame anybody for the success that you are having or are not having. Yes, there are people who we are the supporting role. That means we come on the back end. And so the thing about Rosannette Williams is that when she came into the business, she was moving. Before there was a conversation even being had with her. Maybe somebody else had that conversation. Obviously, she understood when she saw the plan. Ladies and gentlemen, when you come into this business, it's only two ways that you make the money. She knew she either had to book the travel or she had to introduce someone into the business. And when she did that and we saw that she was serious, that's when we started to show up. So it was her seriousness. It was her dedication that she showed, not said, because Director Williams, Mercer, Atom, I know that we have talked to many people. How many people have told us? Some people break down in tears about what they want to do with this business, why they need it, why it's important, but it's lip service. You hear the saying, actions speak louder than words. Another thing that I'm going to say is, people like, she's nice, but she's a beast. And she's humble, though. Because you mentioned it earlier, Director Tom, sometimes people have a little bit of success in their business and then they close their ears to individuals who are trying to guide you. And what you have to understand is that your leadership is 10 steps ahead of you. They are structuring your business not for next week, not for next month, not even for next year, for 5 years from now. So I remember going to Trinidad and we were telling Rosannette that the goal was to be director. She was already in alignment. I'm going to be honest. That was our goal. We saw it in her. Hey, when we come there, when we're doing the presentations, it's so that you can take the baton, right? And what I loved about it is that even without it being said, she stood up and did it. A few times we went, Director Mercer was on travel, I was on marketing, and then the next time, hey, Rosannette, are you willing? Absolutely. And was so eloquent, and it showed that she was doing work in the behind the scenes. And so what I want to say is it's not even about what you do when you're in front of the camera or when you're talking to your leaders. Like Director Tom said earlier, when we shut this down, what are you doing when no one is looking? And so I could tell that Rosannette was invested in her business when nobody was looking. And I also love the fact that you talked about having the hard conversations. Yes, some of us leaders are very red. As you mentioned, Director Atom, my parents too are from Africa. We're just naturally rude, That's that's where we come from, right? But you have to understand that the person who is telling you what you need to hear loves you the most, not what you want to hear.
Right.
they really have your best interest in mind. And I remember, and I'm not going to say specifically what the conversation was, but I remember Rosannette one time us having a conversation about other individuals having an eye on Trinidad, right? And I remember having to tell Director Williams, I get it that y'all are just getting your feet started, but understand the entire Planet Marketing has access to Trinidad. So if you see someone doing something and they're getting traction that you would like to have, don't what you should do is go talk to that person and find out what are they doing so that you can have the people in the room. Right. And I love the fact that one thing I can say about Rosannette is she's so receptive. No matter what, she's so receptive. If there was a Forex issue, guess what, Rosannette? You don't have to just build in Trinidad and Tobago. You can branch out. And she executes stuff. Because a lot of times people are waiting for what next. My leadership is not helping me. Your leadership has already given you the tool. Master that first. And that's the thing. She mastered the basics first. And when she got to her next level, then it was, okay, I'm here. What do I do next? It wasn't an everyday conversation because this is a repetitive business. So understand that it is about how you sharpen your knife when you're at home. Because you come on here and we do the best that we can, but you have to sharpen your knife. And if you don't mind, Director Tom, I just want to show this real quick because you always are going to need that third-party validation. Even us as leaders, we need that third-party validation because a lot of times you're hearing it from us and familiarity breeds contempt. Some people are too comfortable with your leader. So now what they say, it's just Shelly. She ain't even Director Mercer. It's just Dooney, right? But understand that, no, these are the individuals who are not just coaching you, but they're in the trenches with you. So I want to just share this really quickly, if y'all don't mind, because I want you to see from Rachel Laji. Hold on, y'all. Y'all see? I got this new thing here. Okay. And it's a whole reel. We're not going to sit here and listen to it, but can y'all read that? And if y'all can, I'm going to read it out loud, right? She said, what's wrong with you guys? We need to have a serious talk. And she posted this a while ago. She said, right, we need to talk because some of you are living in Delulu land right now, sending me over the edge. Yesterday, I had 35 messages. Yes, 35, all about the same thing. Can I join your team? But when I look, you're already in the business. So I stop and ask why. And here's the thing. Can we please talk about all these network marketing team changes for a second? Because honestly, my inbox looks like an episode of Love Island. Everyone's recoupling, claiming they're not aligned and asking to join my team. Let me just say it. You're not unaligned. You're unplugged. Every single day, I get 10 to 20 messages from people telling me their upline isn't helping them, their team isn't supportive, their business isn't growing. Babe, it's not your upline, it's not your team, it's you. You don't need a new mentor, you need a new mindset. Network marketing is a team sport, but you still have to play your own game. Nobody's coming to dribble for you. Nobody's doing your stories, your reach outs, your follow-ups. You can swap sidelines, switch mentors, and burn a vision board while Mercury's in retrograde. But if you're still inconsistent, invisible, and allergic to action, nothing changes. Let's just be real. The blueprint for success is literally free. Google it. YouTube it. Read a book. It's all there. The reason you're not winning isn't because you don't know how. It's because you don't actually do. You're not stuck. You're stationary. You're not unlucky, you're unplugged. You're not unsupported, you're uncoachable. So before you slide into my inbox talking about joining my team because yours doesn't work, tell me this. What have you actually done to make it work? Because if you can't build where you are, you won't build here either. You'll just drag your excuses somewhere new and call it alignment. It's not your team, it's not your upline, it's you. And the second you're brave enough to admit that is the moment everything changes. So can we cut the I have no support crap because I don't believe you and start taking some responsibility for your own success? So the answer is a polite no. If I want to work with you, I promise I'll find you myself. Ooh. That right there, baby. I said, Director Tom, I said, boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Ouch, right, Lakeisha? Because I'm telling y'all, it is not your upline.
Right.
There is so much resources available. So if you are seriously interested in having some type of success in this business, it's about the activity that you are or are not doing. Because even now, right now, with a team of over 3,000 people, how many people are on the line? When I look at Mr. Moore's a team meeting, sometimes we don't even get to 1,000. When Rosannette got interviewed, it was 600 people. How many individuals does this man have on his team?
Oh my God.
Well over 40,000 plus 45,000. So it's not about what you don't have access to. It's about what you're not doing. And I promise you, as soon as you make the decision to win, the people, they say when the student is ready, the teacher will arrive.
That's right.
And I just wanted to say that, Director Atom, because there's so much that Rosannette embodied in this process that really made it easy to work with her. It was simple. It wasn't a pulling a teeth thing. It was, this is what we need to do. We make it happen. We're going to be coming every other month. When she said, "What you just let me know what dates, and I will make it happen." My question is to everyone on this line: do you have a make it happen type of attitude? Do you have a by any means necessary type of attitude? And that right there, I promise you. And yes, please, y'all, don't get in your feelings when it comes to your leaders. I know I was typing. I think it was me and Brittany, and of course, it's on the internet, so trying to get an understanding of what was being said, right? But I remember a line saying that about a coach needs to like you, and I personally said that a coach does not have to like you to coach you. And I'm not going to say she was wrong in what she's saying, because her perspective was her perspective, and I don't necessarily know. In reading, it can be misinterpreted. But when I said your coach has to like you, let me tell you, if you like your coach, they're probably, you're not really getting coaching. Most of the time, you're not liking your coach. Your coach is dealing with things that have to be broken. Your coach is going to pinpoint your weaknesses, the places where you fall short, the things that you have to work on, the things that make you uncomfortable. And so if you're looking for someone to just talk nice to you, that is not a coach, y'all. That is not a coach. Everybody in my life, forget this business, outside of my life, that has helped me to grow me. Like Director Atom said, our parents not playing with me. How many of you, when you were young, oh my God, my parents is always in my ear, I can't stand them. But later on, when you realize, when you were mature enough to understand what they were doing, you understood, man, if nobody had my best interest, it was my mom, it was my dad. But when you're going through that process, y'all, it's not going to feel good. So when they say humility is something that needs to be had in this business, don't somebody go put that in there, Director Rich. When they say humility is something where you need to have it, and I love her too, because she allows me, and she knows this with love. Because I'm gonna tell you, she's a red, but she's a yellow, and I be telling her sometimes, leave those people behind. Let them go, Director. They're not. You don't have to ask them if they're going to work their business. Why do you have to ask a person who is serious if they got to work their business? I know you love them. And she's like, I know, because she loves her. We love y'all so much, and I'm like, why are you doing that? So when I tell you that it's going to be the things that you don't want to hear, that's when you know you've met the right person. Not to disrespect you, not to degrade you, never to put you down, but to lift you up. But you know what? Things have to be broken in order to be built.
Mm-hmm.
And so the minute that you can allow someone to really tell you this, and you really work on that thing, and it's going to feel crazy, uncomfortable, terrible, but how bad do you want it? Because to whom much is given, much is required. And a lot of times people want more money. I'll tell you, even with getting more money, there was more responsibilities, tax brackets, conversations being had. I'm like, what? And imagine being the first in your family to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't get easier. It's going to get harder. Are you ready for it? So don't ask for a team of 100 if you're not ready to lead a team of 100. Don't ask for a team of 300 if you're not ready to lead, because guess what it requires? More sacrifice, more stretching, more of you. It's going to require more of you. So if you don't have more to give, then he's never going to give you more. And I just wanted to say that because as I sit here and listen to her as she was talking, and I'm thinking about just how she maneuvered, the humility that she had, she was never scared to make the adjustments, to make the changes. She was never scared to step in front of the room. She was going to do it scared. She was going to do it unsure. And she was going to be supported through the whole thing, but she did it. And I appreciate you so much, Rosannette Williams, Director Williams, for just being the evidence. Because sometimes you need those, not sometimes, all the time, you need those people. So if she's able to do this with the same leadership, why can't you? Same exact leadership. Why can't you? The question is, what is she doing that you're not doing? How many of y'all are scared to call people phone? You know what I dislike? I hate when people text me to ask me if they could call me. I'm assertive. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to call you. If you know how I know you don't want to talk, because you don't answer. Or you are not in a position to talk. You have to be so fired up for your success. You do not care. You do not care. Rosannette will hit me up on, hey, I know you might be sick. Hey, I know it might be too early. She know I'm not a morning person. But when I get up, guess whose message is on my phone? She don't care if I was sleeping. But when you wake up, you're going to see this. So get serious about your success. You just have to tell me not tell me, but tell yourself, how bad do you really want it? How important is it for you? Do you just want the money? Do you just want the recognition? Or do you understand that it's going to be able to break generational curse? Do you really understand what the success is going to do for you? Because it's bigger than just the accolades, y'all, and it's bigger than just the checks alone. And so if you're not moving to your next level, there's something that you haven't gotten yet that's allowing you to plateau. And I'm saying the same thing to myself. How bad I want 4-star, but I say, Cynthia, are you in position? Are you in the right place, mentally, emotionally, physically, to lead a team of 4,000? And Lord knows I'm not even leading all 4,000. But if you're asking for more, are you ready for more?
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I want to say to y'all, because with love, it's 5-star, right? Natisha, it's 5. I can't keep up, right? But I was thinking 4,000, right? But I just wanted to say that, y'all, it's the tough love, but baby, please take that tough love, because that's exactly what you need to go to the next level. You need somebody to groom you, because that next level has a lot of weight on it. And if you can't carry what we're giving you now, you're going to carry what's waiting for you at that next level. Because it only gets harder from there. Back to you, Director Tom.
I got like chills. I got like, I don't know what it is just flowing through my body right now. But y'all, I love this locker room tonight. And that's what I'm going to call it. It was locker room tonight. Because again, if you come next week and you just want to just show up and leave, you're going to be that person. But we're looking for Rosannettes. We're looking for more Rosannettes who are saying, it's going to be me next. I'm up next. 2026, I'm up next. I'm up next. Are you up next? That should be, matter of fact, everybody should go make that post. I'm up next. I'm up next. That's a social media play right now. I'm up next. And put a picture of yourself that you really like. That's the next post. I'm up next. And guess what? Everyone's going to be waiting to see what you up for. So don't just be over here throwing it out for fun. But you're up next. Thank you, leaders. Thank you, Rosannette, for your testimony, your time. I believe you're in a whole different time zone. But imagine knowing you're here still. What time is it over there, Rosannette?
No, it's 11:03.
11:03 at night?
Yeah.
And some people probably hop over here like, oh, I'm so tired and yawning, and it's 9 in Dallas. Y'all, whoever wants it the most is always going to get it. That's all. That's it for tonight. Load up them 3-way calls. Show up for your success more, and understand your leader will come to you when you've done enough for yourself. That's the message for tonight. So do the work and watch who comes get you. Y'all have a great night.